Right, so welcome back, everybody, to another postseason pod episode. And as you can see by the title, today we're going over the top five storylines in the NHL right now. Starting with number five, probably one of the more interesting ones, especially for all your sports bettors out there to keep track of throughout the year, is the Art Ross race and the Hart Trophy race. Now, if you don't know, the Art Ross is awarded to, at the end of the season, the person, the player with the most amount of points. While the Hart Trophy is awarded to the player who's deemed the MVP, the most valuable player for that team. So right now there's a bunch of guys in the race. It's super entertaining to watch. There's also some surprise names in there. So you got your McKinnon who leads the league right now, 35 points. Draisaitl 30, McDavid 28 points, Kucherov 29 points, Makar's there 30 points, Mikko Rantanen 32 points. He is off to a hot start. But here that come the surprising names. Kirill Kaprizov. Everyone knew he's super talented, and you would think he'd be in that 26 point, 28 point range right now. No, second in the league, 34 points right now. However, he just got put on a week to week basis, but that's neither here nor there. Still super impressive for him and the Wild right now. 34 points for Kaprizov. And yeah, another surprise name is not really a surprise name, but Jack Eichel. 32 points for the VGK right now. He's absolutely playing lights out. Um, yeah, I mean, can't say anything bad about him or that Vegas Golden Knights team right now. And then obviously signed a huge extension in the offseason. Just came off a Stanley Cup win. Record for breaking for him, goal scoring wise. Sam Reinhart, 30 points. Um, yeah, so these are a bunch of interesting names to keep track of. Cale Makar, he could be the second defenseman in the past, in the over 20 years to hit the 100-point mark. Brian Leetch in 1992, and then more recently Erik Karlsson in 2022. Some of that favorable odds right now for you sports bettors. Kaprizov before he got hurt was plus 300 for the Hart. McDavid plus 300. Nathan McKinnon plus 400. Cooch 1700. Makar plus 2500. Eichel plus 3000. Um, Now, if it was me, depending on how quickly Kaprizov recovers, Kirill seems like a really good bet because I would say my pick for the Art Ross trophies, the dog, Nathan McKinnon. But I'm surprised. I say Jack Eichel is going to have an unbelievable year this year, and he would be my sneaky pick for the Heart. So yeah. Moving on to number four, we got the Bad News Bears. We got the Boston Bruins. They've been talked about a ton. They're 10-9-3 right now, 23 points. They somehow sit fourth in the Atlantic. That just goes to show you how bad the Red Wings have been and how inconsistent Ottawa has been as well. They have the worst play in the league, worse than the New York Islanders, 12.8%. And you guys like Pasta, McAvoy, Marchand, Zadorov, Lindholm. That can't happen. Coils, that can't happen. They already fired Montgomery a few days ago, and Joe Sacco is now the interim head coach. Only three people on their team is in the double digits. One of them is luckily Pasternak, but he only has 19 points in 22 games, and you would hope and you would expect a person of his not only salary but of his skill level to be at least a point per game by now. Um, and just building off only three players in double digits, their lack of scoring has been awful. As you can see in their power play, guys like Lindholm, Coyle, McAvoy, they're all underperforming. And even Swayman, who had that whole offseason thing, he has a 3.30 goals against and a .887 save percentage. Yikes. Zadorov, another huge offseason acquisition, has 46 penalty minutes, and he's playing. It's like he's forgotten to play hockey. I mean, he's awful. He can't do anything. He's just taking penalties, and he's not helping them. He's hurting them every night while he's in the lineup. Um, Ever since they had the 2-1 win against Detroit last night, and they seem to look like a better hockey team, but their forward depth is not there right now. And I would say it's time to start maybe thinking about new pieces or shipping off some pieces. to keep this Bruins team somewhat more competitive. But right now, like I said, they sit fourth in the Atlantic, and they did play better last night. So you never know. Number 3, we have Martin Necas, the Czechoslovakian superstar right now for the Carolina Hurricanes, who are in general playing some really good hockey, even with Freddie Anderson hurt. Peter Kochetkov has been playing lights out, but he actually got killed. Well, not killed, but he got hurt last night versus TBJs in overtime, and it did not look good. So now they're without goalies 1 and 2, and looking to Spencer Martin and I don't know, David Ayres, maybe the Zamboni driver, not 4. I don't really know, but that's besides the point. Martin Nage has been playing unbelievable. He started the year only getting 3 points, but then he lost the bet, had to dye his hair, and then he went 29 points in 17 games. Martin Nage, he's super quick player, super skilled player, speed kills in this NHL league nowadays, and he's playing with the most important part, confidence. Confidence in this league, confidence in general can take you so far. And Martin Nate is playing with his confidence right now. He's playing at an NHL superstar level. He's 33 points now, 11 goals, 22 assists. The whole offseason, he told Brindamore, hey, I want to play more. Brindamore said, hey, we lost Getzel. We lost some other pieces. You'll play more. Just play a little bit more of my hockey style, man in the defensive zone, playing a little more 200-foot game, and it's worked out tremendously. He signed a 2-year, 6.5 mil, 13 total cap hit for the next this season, next season, and he's been playing unbelievable. He's earning his keep. He's earning a very handsome extension right now. Martin Necas, no one saw it, no one expected it, but no one's saying no. Good for him right now. He's playing unreal hockey. Let's hope he keeps it up. Number 2, not a good sign. Trouble in Smashville. Nashville Predators, one of the worst teams in the league this year somehow, after having a huge offseason headlines like they won the offseason. Brady Shea, Stamkos, Marchessault. They let go of Cody Glass. They let go of Tanner Chanel, I think, and they sent someone Kiefer Sherwood. He gets dealt to Vancouver. And then they bring in Scott Wedgwood, as a solid backup goalie. Let me tell you something. Scott Wedgwood has been terrible. It's like he's forgotten to play hockey too. But Nashville in general has been playing awful. I mean, they're getting carried right now by Roman Josi and Philip Forsberg, but that can't go on forever. Stamkos, Brady Shea especially, but Stamkos and Martin Schultz and Ryan O'Reilly, all off to slow starts. The free agents, like I just said, they haven't been going. And one of the biggest problems of this team is their center depth. Their center depth is awful. It goes their first line center, Ryan O'Reilly, to then second and 3, which is either Colton Sissons or Tommy Novak, which, not to, offend them in any way, but those cannot be our second and third line centers. They're both third line centers, if not fourth line centers, on good playoff competing teams, not a team like the Nashville Predators who had such big, predictions, I guess, and accountabilities, I guess, going into this season. UC Saros, he's actually been playing okay despite his record of 6-9-2. He's a 2-4-3 with a 9-18. There's only 5 guys on this team in double-digit points, better than the Bruins, but still, their 5-on-5 is just not getting it done. They have a negative 11 goal differential. They're 7-11-3 on the year, 17 points. But yeah, 5-on-5, they're getting outscored tremendously. Their power play is okay, 22.7%, and then their PK is actually the best in the league at 91.7. But 5-on-5, they can't score goals, and they're letting up more goals. This Nashville Predators team has a really big problem of letting up odd man rushes, and they're just not good in the neutral zone in general. And they had a huge dominant win over the 4-1 versus the Winnipeg Jets. And maybe this can, a huge win like that can build some momentum and help them moving forward going towards Christmas. But otherwise, this team they need to do something, or everyone's everyone's got one foot out the door heading into the trade deadline. Our number one team, our number one storyline in the NHL this year, no one saw coming. They broke the record for most wins in their first 16 NHL games. The 15-1 at the time Winnipeg Jets. They're now 17-4 with 34 points. They lead the NHL in points. They're 85 goals for, 51 goals against for a total positive goal differential of 34. This Jets team has been phenomenal, picture perfect, up and down the lineup. Hellebuck has been playing unbelievable. He's 14-2, leads the league in save percentage at 213, and he has a goals against, leads the league in goals against at 213, and a save percentage in the top 5 at 924. All lines have been scoring. You got Appleton, Velarde, Scheifele, Kyle Connor's been playing unbelievable, 26 points. Scheifele, like I just said, 25 points. Nikolai Ehlers, who's a free agent. Everyone thought this is his last year in Winnipeg. Who's he getting dealt to? He's playing for his keep. 23 points. He's been playing unbelievable, and maybe even might be sneaking his way into the Canada Four Nations roster lineup. Then you have their defense. Their forwards have been playing unbelievable. Even Niederreiter, 14 points. But their defense is playing just as well. Josh Morrissey has not left where he not not dropped off where he left off from last year, if that makes any sense. He's been playing unbelievable, 20 points. Neil Pionk, 17 points, has been playing really, really solid. And for a small defenseman, those two small guys, they've been playing like they're 6'5". They're both super skilled, super unbelievable, and they both have seeing eye shots from the points that are really helping this Winnipeg team. Now, unlike the Bad News Bears, who only had 3 points, who 3 players in double digits, and Nashville, who had 5 players in double digits, this Jets team has 11 players in the double digits, and they have the number one power play in the league at 34%, which just goes to show everything's going right for this team. They're playing with style, they're playing with skill, they're playing with speed, and most importantly, if I've said it so many times already, they're playing with confidence. This Winnipeg Jets team, 17-4, like I said, been playing unbelievable. No one saw this coming. Everyone thought they'd just be another okay wild card first round exit playoff team. No, no. They they stood us up, they slapped us and said, "Hey, we're the Winnipeg Jets. If you don't know us, get to know us." So yeah, those are the top 5 storylines in the league so far. Um, and we'll see if any of them changes, and if they do change, we'll be the first to let you know. Thank you. See ya.